Hey friends, Erin with Hall Nixon Real Estate here. For 2021, we've decided it was time to go back to the future to return to our original company name. Do y'all know the story of how Hall Nixon started? Today we have the founder, Phyllis Bosomworth, here to tell us how it all began.
Hey, Erin. I'm really excited to be here and excited for this opportunity to go back to the future. Now, you asked me how I got started in the real estate business, and it was in the 70s when I first started, so it's been way more than 40 years. It's been a great opportunity. It's a wonderful job to have, a career, and I have loved it. I worked for a company for a while, and I was with them for 8 years, and then I got a partner, and we started Hall Nixon Real Estate on downtown Elizabeth City. And my husband was working with us at the time. He was a retired captain in the Coast Guard who, upon retirement, had gone into the real estate business as well. So he was very helpful with us. He started, along with us, the very first multiple listing service in Elizabeth City. And he did this by going to every real estate company in town once a week, gathering copies of their listings, putting them in a book, and then distributing them back to the companies later in the week. And he did that for a while. And of course, it's completely different now. Everything is computerized. But that was the beginning of the multiple listing service. We were one of the first companies to have wide use of computers, to have videography. And one of the other things that we did that was memorable to the public anyway, was our commercials on television. We were the first ones to do that. And we wanted it to be memorable, which we've always worked at having innovative advertising. But the first thing we did was to go out on the roof of our office building. We went out a window onto the roof of our office building and had the commercial done. And the tagline was, "We're on top of the real estate market." But we also got on top of the water tower. But the one that was the most memorable, I think, was we got all the agents together and we went over to River Shore Road, walked to the end of a pier, and we all jumped off the pier into the water. The tagline was, "We'll go overboard for you." This marketing was successful in that people remembered it, and they remembered who did it, which was the agents at Hall and Nixon Real Estate.
While leading a successful brokerage, you've always been a huge community advocate by not only giving your time, but also supporting various organizations monetarily. Tell us a little bit about your community involvement through the years.
Well, I've always felt that community involvement was important, and I've always encouraged the agents that have worked with us to be involved in the community. I have been involved with many different organizations, nonprofits in Elizabeth City. College of the Albemarle Foundation is one that I have served on for many years, and it's very rewarding to work with the foundation and to help students get funds and to help them be successful in their education career. My kind of claim to fame was that I was asked to be the first woman to join the Rotary Club. That was an all-men organization since the early 1900s. And when they invited me, I was honored and pleased to serve with the Rotary Club in Elizabeth City since then. There were some men who dropped out afterward because they didn't want to be in the men's club with a woman. But it's been a great journey there. Another organization that I am involved in with right now is Elizabeth City State University Board of Trustees. It's an honor to serve on that board. Elizabeth City State University is a very integral, important part of Elizabeth City. One of the reasons I was happy to serve on the board and wanted to is that I want the city of Elizabeth City and the citizens of Elizabeth City to spend more time and realize the importance of ECSU to our community. So I've started a fund called Community Connections, which offers cultural and educational experiences for the people of the community on the campus of Elizabeth City State University. Now, because of COVID, we haven't been able to do very many of those events yet, but in the future we will, and I think it will be a great opportunity for the community and ECSU to get together more often.
I know you've worked with several nonprofits and other organizations in our area. Tell us a little bit about some of those capital campaigns you helped on.
Well, capital campaigns are certainly important. We need to help our nonprofits move forward. The Albemarle Hope Line, which is an organization to assist women and children who have been abused. I worked on a capital campaign for them, the Arts of the Albemarle, and we're working on one right now for the College of the Albemarle.
Wonderful. We know that you have a passion for education, and we've seen that through your emphasis on continual professional development in our industry. To what or whom do you attribute your passion for education?
Well, education is a family legacy. My grandmother, who was a farm wife and the daughter of a farmer here in the community, went to college, and she became a teacher. So she had the love of education, and she passed that to my father. And so my father went to North Carolina State University, and he was a successful farmer here, and he always attributed that to the education that he received. My father helped to start the College of the Albemarle. He served on the first board of trustees for the College of the Albemarle when it started, and the College of the Albemarle was the very first community college in the state of North Carolina. That's something for us to be proud of. So education is a family legacy for me, but it has also been something that I have felt is very important for all of the people who have ever worked with us. We have encouraged continuing education, going beyond what's required and becoming an expert at what you do in the real estate business. And you do that through education. Our company has had a matching grant, so to speak, for agents who want to put aside some money from their commissions so that they can become educated going to classes in the future. I know without a doubt that education is the way to become successful in your chosen field. It is ongoing, continual learning throughout your life. You have to have passion and hard work along with that education, but then you can be successful in your chosen career.
I can actually attest to Phyllis's passion for education personally. I'm Kelly Warren, and I'm the managing broker here. And I started out here as a brand new agent in 2008. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, had just gone through my pre-licensing, gotten my license, and decided this is what I wanted to do as a career. And I jumped in full-time right from the get-go, but those educational opportunities and all of that professional development that was consistently being offered that Phyllis felt so passionately about I definitely attribute my success largely to those opportunities. And then not only did that help me be a successful sales agent, but eventually in 2015, that actually nurtured me into the leadership position that I'm in now, that I still currently hold. So I definitely know that Phyllis is speaking from the heart, and she has put action behind her words to show us that passion over the years that I've been here. So I know it happened prior to that as well.
Because of the strong foundational roots Phyllis has planted, we've become consistent local market experts who have a tradition of providing a delightful client experience and who believe in giving back to our community who has given so much to us. Hall Nixon, that's who we are.
Hall Nixon, that's who we are.
Hall Nixon, that's who we are.